Hey, what's going on, guys? Sincere here with allrightsmatter.com, whoissincere.com, and mcafamilyfirst.com. Listen, here we go with another video. I'm sure I'll be getting a lot of my Trump supporter friends, which is not many, but a lot of my Trump supporter friends to say, look, he showed up and he honored the flag at the game. And I want to show you something embarrassing, though. This is the President of the United States, and he does not know the words to the national anthem. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds absolutely wild, but how could you not know the words to the national anthem? And you're the president. And all you do is talk about how people are taking a knee and disrespecting our flag. And oh, God. Just take it from this old veteran. No one's disrespecting that flag. That flag, people have done more than enough to disrespect the name of this country and what this country stands for, other than taking a knee. When you talk about lynching wives and children, that sounds like more of disrespect to the flag to me than taking a knee. But whatever, I digress. Um, this let's watch this together. This is just hilarious. Kind of like when that kind of like when that song comes on in your car, you listen to your car radio, and you know the last few words of the lyric of the line. What kind of face is that? What was that? Oh, God, I can't believe anybody is proud that this man is their commander in chief. So yeah, that was that embarrassing. What an embarrassment. That's all I could say, really. So let's read the comments. In the comments section, it's pretty interesting. You have, of course, the Trump supporters that are on there. They're supposed to be. He is the president. Have some respect. For what? The guy bought an election. I mean, he bought an election and they gave him the rest of it. The mainstream media literally gave him, I think, $1 billion or $2 billion in free advertising. So have some respect. If you got $2 billion of free advertising too, you'd be president. Should we have respect for you? No. Have respect for people that have good policy positions and craft up good legislation to help the people out, not kick people off of health care, not not give Jeff Sessions the power to criminalize marijuana. I mean, it's already still, of course, it's still federally illegal, but under the Obama administration, at least they gave the states the right to be able to enforce these kind of draconian measures against marijuana. Not under the Trump administration. Sessions is ready to go full in. We're about to explode the prison population again with it's ridiculous. Even though states like Colorado and California are making tremendous amounts of money, crime has dropped. Opioid use in those states have dropped significantly. Um, And taxes have risen and going to the schools and to infrastructure projects off of the legalization of marijuana. So, Trump is against all of these things, and he's placed people around him that are not for any of these things. But yet people keep thinking that because he says words that this is what he's going to do, when this has been what politicians do forever. They say words, they don't mean that shit. Everybody knows that. Well, not Trump supporters anyway. um Love that comment. Three marriages and adultery during the last, at least two of them. Loves money, curses like a sailor, lies constantly, and helps the rich while screwing the poor. Yep, sounds like Jesus' kind of dude. Thought that was pretty funny. But oh God, look, I'm 29 and I've known the words since I was 8. There's no excuse that the president doesn't know them. People saw this. So it's not just me making this up that he didn't know the words. It's very clear to see this man didn't know the damn words. And it's not a delay or a lag in the video. Don't even say that. Don't play yourself and sound stupid. Because in certain parts he was actually, the last few parts of the lyric of the bar or whatever you want to call it, he knows a few words. Embarrassing. Proud my president is my son's commander in chief. Finally, someone who respects our men and women in the military and his country. Because a man stands in front of an audience and puts his hand over his heart, it doesn't know the words to a song. It doesn't mean that he's going to do right by your son. He might deploy your son next week into harm's way. God forbid that happens. But he might be deployed into harm's way next week. What are you talking about? Into harm's way to continue to fight corporate wars. Wars over resources that shouldn't even matter to us. We should be already running off of the Green New Deal and revitalizing and re-energizing a new economy centered around solar production and other alternative energy means. So the fact that we're running around the world with 1,000+ military bases, he's not talking about closing any of those. They just approved a tremendous, like extra $700 billion in the military budget or something. They just approved a tremendous military budget. No one knows what it's for because we spend this amount of money every year, and we are bigger than everyone's military. And most of them, you pull them together, and we're still bigger than their militaries. So these kind of irrelevant comments are just ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna pray for that person because they obviously don't know who Trump is and what he's willing to do, and that's why he's playing with North Korea the way he is. We're not on Trump's to Trump. This is according to Trump, we're not on his level. He does not care about us. He wouldn't send his friends, his millionaire friends, to go you know to go out there and fight in a war and be deployed somewhere that's a dangerous part of the world. If he can't see your face, if you don't have any clout, I guarantee you he has no problem sending you. So that lady, he'll send your son. Don't worry. I don't want him to send your son, but I'm sure we'll have some kind of military conflict where a lot of our military will end up being deployed. That's all I'm going to say about that. This one said about how nasty Trump supporters are. Um, yeah, just a lot of brainwashed people. Love our President Trump. Why? The hypocrisy of this country is ridiculous. The hypocrisy is astounding. The same people who, the same people, and let's be clear, I'm not a Democrat in any way. I don't support Obama. I don't support the corporate Democrats or the corporate Republicans. Okay. So the hypocrisy is astounding to me because every little thing that Barack did and the things he didn't even do, people were on it, especially folks from the right. They were on it. This man has done a lot. What I just read in that other comment was quite a bit, but He's done more than that. When you talk about rape accusations, when you talk about multiple counts of sexual misconduct, when you talk about him admitting these things, I don't understand how any father could look at his daughter and say, respect that man. That to me is not honorable. That to me is no integrity. That's hypocrisy. Okay? You teach your kids to grow up a certain way and what to respect and what not to respect. And then you get somebody like this in front of me and you say, hey, don't pay attention to any of that. Just know that he said he's going to make America great again. You fucking stupid. Like, oh my God. The intellect in this country just bothers me. It bothers me. The ability for people to be able to deduce what's really going on. It bothers me. It's like people are stuck. They're stuck being dumb. I don't know if it's the geoengineering that's happening above our heads every day, blocking out the sun. Um, Something is going on that these people are just hook, line, and sinker. So let's keep scrolling, though. He's such a genius, right? Apparently not smart enough to to know the words to the anthem of the country he's lived in all his life. What a stable, brilliant genius. That was a good comment. In case you don't know, he called himself stable the other day and a brilliant genius or whatever, a stable genius. Just really a childish elderly man. I don't understand how he's a senior citizen and he still speaks like he never passed the second grade. Whatever, though. Here you go. He is only singing part of it. Does he know the words? Does he only think some are important? Is he dancing just a little bit? Yeah. Okay. Like a toddler. He can't even stand still and either decide to sing and learn the words or shut up and stand quietly. Sad. Just sad. Love the booze that came his way. Looked like he doesn't even know the words to the national anthem. Somebody said glad it was Trump, Obama would have taken a knee. That was a pretty good burn. It's not true, but it was actually pretty good though. So I thought that was funny. I should have given it a laugh. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I don't support anything with Trump. All right. I'm so proud to call you my president. Why? He's done nothing for your life. This is called. This is the true definition of the brainwashing of identity politics. It creates an atmosphere where you don't care what the candidate does. All you know is you're bought in. You're sold out. You're all the way. You're 100% for this person. If a news story came out tomorrow that Trump shot somebody's mother in the face, I guarantee you he'd probably only lose about 20% of his base. The other 80% would make an excuse. That's how serious, sick, and how deep the brainwashing, the political brainwashing of the United States of America is. People can't even objectively look at things and be able to say, hey, that's truth or that's not truth. It's sad. It's really sad. No respect for a man like him. I just can't do it. I respect the office of the presidency, but never this man. And you know what? With that, that'll be the last comment I read. I think that sums it up pretty well. I respect the office of the presidency. I do. I think it's a very important job with a lot of crucial, important decisions to make, and you have to be the kind of person that can speak on both sides of the aisle and bring unity and get things, done. Get things done together. We don't see any of that out of this man. Um, we got corporate shills on the Democratic side, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. Um, and it's looking more and more each day. Keith Ellison as well. Um, these corporate people on the Democratic side are just, they're running with their talking points of nothingness. We have to put our values on the ballot and uh, just the stupidest slogans and but they have no answer for Trump, no real answer for Trump. They're flirting with an idea of Oprah. They're flirting with an idea of Joe Biden. Um, but that's not going to be a real answer to Trump. It really isn't going to be. And just to be honest with you, whether it's Joe Biden or Oprah, my opinion, this is my opinion, but my opinion is Trump will win a second presidency because these people are so fucking brainwashed and so stupid that they'll give it to him. Now, if he goes to war and completely blunders it in his first term, um, which there's a good possibility that we will be going to war with a couple different countries. But if he goes to war and completely blunders it and gets terrible press coverage um, for his decisions and actions, then I foresee a really, really tough future for Trump. Um, if he holds off on war and doesn't go at all during which is highly unlikely, let's just be real, because we have a bunch of wars still going on, a bunch of little battles all over the place. um but if he holds out and doesn't go to start any brand new wars within his first 4 years, then a second term for the Trump presidency is not just likely, it's pretty much guaranteed. He's done everything, just about everything you can think of to do to lose support from his people, but he won't lose support. I have brought up everything to Trump supporters and laid it all out on the table, and what do? They just walk around it and act like it doesn't exist and immediately attack Obama or something else, or attack me and say, "Oh, I must have voted for Obama," which I didn't. Um, just ridiculous, just ridiculous. This country is sad, and I know I'll get my commenters will say, "Well, if you don't like this country, then go back to where you came from." Kind of came from this country, so you know, if I go back to where I came from, I'm just going to be still in America. So, never been to Africa. Would love to go. Absolutely love to go. It's not it's not always what the TV shows you what Africa is. There are some really thriving, beautiful places in Africa, but that's another story. Um, so yeah. With that being said, uh, I respect the office of the presidency. I do. I just don't respect this man. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Can't do it. There. So, with that being said, guys, just wanted to show you how this dummy doesn't even know the words to the national anthem. So I don't know why he feels like he even has the right to even speak Colin Kaepernick's name or situation um, without even doing his due diligence and knowing the damn song. Like, nobody wants to sing that racist ass song anyway. And that's coming from a veteran. You won't see me putting my hand over my heart pledging allegiance to a country who has not pledged allegiance to me. Started out in this country as 3/5 of a human, and I'm not sure that we've made the 5/5 to be a whole human yet. In most people's eyes, black people still aren't humans. I won't say most people, but I'll say a lot of people. A lot of people on the right, a majority on the right, but there's also a small group on the left that are racist as hell too. So, it's the country that we live in now, guys. I'm not I'm not really upset, just to be honest with you. I have some ideas that can go right around Trump's little plans and stuff like that. And, we, as far as the fight for 15 and stuff, we don't even have to be asking politicians for that. There's a way to get around that. And no one's talked about it. I'll be talking about that real soon. Um, it seems like these corporations are going to get what they paid for. I'll just leave it at that. And get everything that they want, while us Americans who think that we're going to be getting these tax cuts, it's not what you think. You better read. You better read, and read really fast. Trump is giving you the shaft yet again. So yeah, your president doesn't know the national anthem. Not my president. I don't know whose president he is. I guess his supporters, but I I don't honor or respect this man, and I won't teach my children to do so. To teach my children to do so would be going against my own moral upbringing. My moral upbringing did not teach me to honor people like this. As a matter of fact, let's just be clear. When you go into any prison, and one of the first things they say to you is, "Oh, if you coming in there," and I haven't been to prison, but we all hear the stories. Um, if you're going in and you've committed a sexual assault or a rape or something like that to a mother or a child, or something like that, some kind of a violent sexual offense to women or children. Well, guess what? If the inmates in that prison find out, that's your ass. Quite literally, actually. But that's your ass. So at the end of the day, inmates don't respect somebody who's been involved in these kind of activities that Trump's been involved in his friend circle. He's friends with the Clintons, George Soros, and Weinstein. Doesn't that tell you everything you need to know about this man? Why would you think he's friends with all these people for decades if he holds none of their ideology? That's all I'm gonna say. It's just, people are just, you gotta wake up and stop being so fucking stupid. Do not be stupid. Like, it is what it is. You be mad at me, dislike the video. I don't give a shit. At the end of the day, I'm gonna speak my truth, and I'm gonna speak the truth. So, you know, go review everything I'm saying. And then if you still like them, then that's on you. Then that you have no moral compass. You know that there's nothing that a man can do that, will turn you off and make you not support that person. Just be honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. He's already bombed people and killed people. So at the end of the day, you got a murderer, you got a rapist, and a liar, philanderer, whatever else you want to name and call him. And that's the guy you guys want to call president. Don't even know that the establishment picked this man and put him in position and put him into a place of power. But that's a whole nother video. So yeah, your president doesn't know his national anthem, and he's still an asshole. Like, share, subscribe. Get this video out there for people who want to talk about Trump and support Trump and act like he's the best thing since sliced bread. Let them watch this video about how this man doesn't even know the national anthem. And also the comments of the people that can see that he doesn't know the national anthem. People that have known it since they were 8. People that are in their 20s. He's 40 years older than this person, and he doesn't even know the national anthem. And he's the president of the country. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So with that being said, guys, like, share, subscribe. You don't even have to. I really don't care if you don't do that. But like, share, subscribe if you did like it. Donate below if you want to send some donations my way. If you don't like me, you don't want to give me $2, $5, $10, 20, whatever, it's fine. At least hook your family up. Go to mcafamilyfirst.com. That's in the description box below. Once you go to mcafamilyfirst.com, you're getting yourself emergency room benefits. You're getting up to 100 miles of towing every day, of unlimited towing, 365 days a year. So if you're ever stuck anywhere away from home, you can be taken care of. I've personally used MCA twice. So MCA Family First is the best option, for all your towing needs and hospital visits. So if you end up being hospitalized, MCA Family First will give you up to $150 a day for your hospitalization. If you end up breaking down out of town, or 30, 40 minutes away from where you live, they'll put you up in a hotel and get your car towed for you, travel reimbursement, all that good stuff. So, or up to $50,000 in life insurance as well. You have to think about that. And all of this is for $20 a month. It's not, no extras included, nothing like that. So protect your family. We need this more and more in these times that we live in right now. Every household should have at least one person in the household with a membership of MCA. Every household. No excuse not to. It's $20 a month, $5 a week. Get your family protected. Don't play around. And don't go to AAA. They don't even have half of the benefits. And I think they cover up to like your first 5 miles free, and then you have to pay for it after that. So you end up paying more in the long run anyway. So you might as well pay the $20 a month and get a whole bunch of benefits. All right. So MCAFamilyFirst.com. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out, guys.